Now I'm starting to reserve my rituals of which I have done on video, live on YouTube and other socials. I'm saving it completely for my supporters, and also for those of whom pay for the services of which I shall inquire, of which, yes, I do understand there are many out there, other practitioners of which do offer services for a specific payout. Now, granted, I'm going to be dabbling into other fields in which they haven't even thought about, or probably even found a demand even, concerning how I can use it. Now, it will be a taboo subject to matter, but it will be something in which I will be writing down in the description down below, in which I'll further refine it as I go along. But I am going to be thinking about getting into the porno industry concerning my services and magical uses therein, in which I'll reserve it for couples, in which they shall have mask, in which it's going to be very similar to that fucking one movie. What was it called? Fucking Eyes Wide Shut. Very similar. Not quite, but quite similar, I gotta say. Exorcisms I shall do for free, just like a goddamn priest. And so you do not have to worry about any funding or any fucking payment for that. If you really are in pretty much deep shit and you need it fucking cleansed and fucking taken out of you, then that's fine. You can happily come to me. Usually I don't do spells on other people concerning hexes and shit, but I will be doing protection and knot cutting, and also separation or keeping a distance between you and the individual in which you want to stay away from physically. And it could be done through courts and shit like that, in which I can connect with spirits in which are very much affiliated and associated with the justice system, in which they can turn the tables in the intangible and tip the dominoes in your favor concerning the outcomes in which you're needing in order for that individual to stay the fuck away from you. Love spells can be done as well, but those aren't for free, okay? Now, for the protection and the knot cutting and shit, you know, I'm willing to help out people in which if they're having a real fucking problem in their personal life. But if there's a problem, like for instance in business, I'm not doing it for fucking free, dude. I'm not doing it for free, my lady, okay? Now, for mediumship, I do plan on doing readings for individuals and supporters. That will be done on lives and shit whenever I do start gaining traction, in which, granted, I do understand I have not been consistent with my YouTube page. Apologies for that, as I've been really dibbling and dabbling and fucking really finding as to where I need to go. And now I finally found it. It's really devoting myself to what the fuck brings me passion. And this is it. This is what brings me passion, and it keeps me going. It keeps me going every fucking day. Another demand in which I have not seen, which hasn't been exercised. I've been really looking through subliminal makers and seeing the physical alterations in which they could do through their subliminals. So I decided to really include it with spell working, with the idea of being able to cause physical alterations with one's genes and DNA strands to accumulate oneself to either higher performance or to, well, just being goddamn just that much more beautiful and shit. Now, granted, you can do a variation of it through vanity magic or glamour magic, as it's called. Vanity, glamour, doesn't matter what the fuck it's called. But you can do a variation of that. But if you want an actual fucking physical, like, transformation to occur within your body and have it really impressed upon your subconscious and astrals in order for it to start taking effect, then trust me, you shall. And I already got some methods in which my little spiritual friends, my big spiritual friends actually, have been gifting me. So if you're really interested in that, granted, that's not free either, okay? It's a different demand, and I'm starting to see that it is very much a particular field in which I am much interested in.